National Football League is on the air. The scene from a few moments ago, this crowd enthusiastically cheering on their Texans as they emerge from the locker room. And we're just about ready for football as the Texans get set to match up with the Detroit Lions. And we are underway from Houston. Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. A nice start to the drive, picking up 12 yards there and a very quick first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Go off a handoff here to Swift. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46. They'll try and run here with Swift. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. First down Lions on a pickup of 13. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Now it's Swift. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Brought down that time by Christian Kirksey.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Right back to Swift again on second down. And down inside the 15 he goes. 46 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? Because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like that.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Texans scoop it past the 10 to the 11-yard line. And that's where the return stops. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
Following the fumble recovery, Mills throwing the out route incomplete. It's Lindsey, and able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker, and he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown.
Coaches preach all the time about opportunities and taking advantage of them, and he did exactly that. I used to have a coach told us all the time, a lost opportunity is never regained. Well, no regrets here. He picked that one off and took it to the house.
Bullock good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay.
I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
On second down, right back to Lindsay. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. 7 yards, the pickup there. 3 yards remain for second down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. It's some room to roam now. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A gain of 32 that time. After 7-0 on EA Sports. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. A first down throw for Mills. Screen pass to Lindsay. Open space inside the 10. Touchdown, Texans! Phillip Lindsay from 21 yards away. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. Bouncing back nicely from the bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have. You absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the second drive. They've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
No run back here for Raymond. This will be a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Second down and 3. From the gun, here's Swift. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
Third and 2, Goff. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Williams. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. On first down, Goff. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. 56 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46.
I liked his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need one. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up two.
A play fake for Swift. Now Goff. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Jordan Jenkins. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. On the handoff, this is Swift. And he'll get this across midfield to the 48. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Vernon Hargreaves with a pick. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. And we got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver. Whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter, they'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you can see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. To throw on 2nd and 6, Mills. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. On 3rd down, here's Mills. Open man is Jordan, the tight end. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That one good for 24 yards. Mills now from the 50. Now the ball comes loose, and this is scooped up by the Lions. Past the 20. And into the end zone, a scoop and score on the fumble return for the Detroit touchdown. And he has great speed, defensive back speed. Once he got it and took off, there was no catching him.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play, but there was no chance of catching him. Maybe if it had been a defensive tackle running with the ball, but not in this case.
Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that makes the score 14-7.
14, Texans 7.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we...
He's got a man complete. And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
The 6-yard line.
Working with a 2nd and 3. Throwing, Mills. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question, because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammate's going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Goff on 1st down. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
These two clubs running through their final halftime adjustments. It's just about time to get back at it. And for the call of the second half, we go back out to Houston, H-Town, and Brandon Gaudin.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive, because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
No, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit, because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again, Mills on 2nd and 10. A little check down to Lindsey. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense, because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Looking to throw is Mills. He's letting it fly for Cooks. They've got his man complete. Touchdown, Houston. We saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there. On for the PAT, Ka'imi Fairbairn. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
That ties the game at 14. Ka'imi Fairbairn, the kickoff for Houston.
Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as Raymond will elect not to bring it out. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
On first down, it's gone. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Here's Swift. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. In on the stop, Vernon Hargreaves.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Goff throwing complete for Swift. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. First down Lions on a pickup of 13. They'll run here with Swift. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It's only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. He finds Allison. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down. The first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. A shotgun snap for Goff. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And the Lions are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
They'll run with Swift. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. DeAndre Swift taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Lions have broken our tie as they take the lead. Bullock good on the extra point. And the lead is now 21-14.
Lions 21, Texans 14.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked by Tracy Walker. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Extra point up and good by Bullock, and the lead now up to 14. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Now he'll let it go deep right side. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Will Harris. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Oh, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. And he's going to be close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Texans' 22. 82 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. They stay on the ground this time. It's Williams. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They go ahead and snap it. Gone. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And this Texans defense stands tall. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator.
And he caught it up. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. And that play just looked a little helter-skelter from the start. That's the risk as a quarterback. Once you take off with that football, you might fumble it, and he did.
And he was going for the reward, which is gaining yardage, breaking down the defense. But you're right about the risk. Always lurking out there, someone always trying to get to the football. Try to find a place to cover up and slide and protect what you've earned.
On second and very short, Goff, and he rifles one incomplete. They were searching for the tight end, Darren Fells, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Here's Goff. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Tyrell Williams there to make the grab. And the Lions use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Bullock good on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun, here's Mills. Now he's going to send this one deep right side. And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
But based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Play action. It's gone.
At the 36-yard line.
He'll air this one out deep for Perriman. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
53-yard attempt.
And Bullock will put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive, because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the 1st quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally, we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Mills. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away. This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. 4th down, Mills. It's complete to Chris Conley. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Going deep this time for Miller. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
They'll look to throw. He's got it. So they convert the 2 that keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Lions are able to cover this one up. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Back to throw. Goff. Got a man. That's Allison. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. First down Detroit. 16 yards on the pickup. Here's Goff. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that at just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Coverage is awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. To the air again. Goff. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Eric Murray. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line. And that's where the return stops. Now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the 4th.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no, but the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
Call it a gain of 5, and it'll be a 2nd down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. First down, Mills. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Throwing now, Goff. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it second down. Here's Goff. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. To throw is Goff. And yet again, Goff is intercepted. Desmond King picks it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. 2-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like...
Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You can see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
They'll try and throw for it. And that one is caught. So they convert here, and don't look now, but this one's back to a 1-score game. And now we've got a 1-score game and at least a little light at the end of the tunnel.
Is that what we call a glimmer of hope?
Glimmer of hope.
Because they've got to get an onside kick and then find their way into the end zone before time expires. Glimmer, or what's less than a glimmer?
I don't know. You're the one that knows all the big words. A sparkle? A sparkle.
Yeah, there we go. That's what we're going with.
Goff going to throw it. Throw right side, complete to Williams. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hockenson. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
And the Lions first down.
Goff. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
Extra point up and good by Bullock. And the lead is up to 15 now.
Texans 30.
Now as they line up and kick this one away. Fair catch called for and taken just inside the 10-yard line.
Texans take over first and 10 at their own 9-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really long.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Nickel Roby-Coleman, and he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.